gonna lie, it's like I'ma spit some real shit for y'all right now. It's like, look, like when you grow up in the trenches, it's like society treats you different, man. Like, look at you different. It's like, man, you coming from where we from, man, we were on the come with you. Look, they treat you different when you from the trenches. Bitch, I didn't grow up in no burb, I grew up in the village. Tryna get that shit up off the curb, I turned it to a menace. I wasn't hanging around with no girls, bitch, I was hitting fences. Childhood trauma, take it back to about the age of 9. Gunshot sounding like fireworks on 4th of July. I told my sisters and cousins that we gon' be alright as long as we stay solid, protect each other through eerie nights. Childhood trauma, my mama, she worked a 9 to 5. Still managed to come home and feed us when it was dinner time. Still managed to curve on the visas up in the winter time. So back to school, we was popping like the beginning times. I won't let this childhood trauma try to take me out. It made me who I am today, won't let it stress me out. But babe, I learned from my mistakes, I'ma go another route. Got some cake for a rainy day when it's another drop. Yeah, I grew up in the ghetto, I ain't ashamed of it. And I struggled on different levels, I got my pain from it. Niggas are die trying to live this life, trying to build a name from it. I hope I make it out alive, I ain't the same from it. I grew up in the ghetto.
A lot of people ask me, who is that do the intro? It's the homegirl Mac. I was teaching classes in CIW, California Institution for Women, and she was in there just doing her thing. So she connected with me. Her name is Deja Lewis. Y'all look her up. She's out in the Bay Area. Thank you, Mac. That's my theme song now, so appreciate it. But whenever I get started, I always give honor and praise to God. I got to thank God for I even do anything else. Whenever I reach any microphone, I got to thank God that I'm alive and well, not dead or in jail. And I also be thanking Sister Heron because, I was out there in the streets doing my thing, but Sister Heron pulled me into Gang Talk Radio. So here I am now pulling Keilah in the Gang Talk or whatever. No, that's the Keilah and Skipp show. But
right.
We talk to gang members, though. And you never know. Sometimes you never know they gang members, but we talk to them. So I'm just a pleasure to have Keilah, and I'm bringing her in the same way that Sister Heron brought me in 2009. So I don't want to introduce you to Keilah. I want her to introduce herself. She's the dog whisperer. If you don't mind introducing yourself, who are you? This is your show. Who are you? Do they know you?
I did an introduction already, but I'm Keilah. Nice to meet everybody out there. Thank you for tuning in. Super excited for tonight's show.
Right. When you put your head down like that, you look like you part Asian. What are you mixed with? What are you?
I'm black and black and black.
You black mixed with black, and then you put a little more black on
Yep.
it. All right, because you look like you mixed with a little something extra.
I get that a lot. I get
like
Hawaiian or Asian my whole life, but I did the ancestry actually. And,
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
Okay.
came back mostly black. I mean, we all got a
You
little
say
European
mostly.
somewhere down the line.
No,
but
everybody don't. Maybe
most of us actually
people do.
Somewhere down the line, it's some German or something,
Oh, no,
but
not the Germans, right?
that's just the reality,
Yes,
but
indeed.
black.
Well, I appreciate you, and I keep hearing a voice to my left, so that means we have a guest today.
We do.
And the guest, I want to call her by her real name. I can't even do it, though. I don't know it. So I got to call her by her street name, by her motorcycle name, by her name that's known throughout the community. For those of you who don't know who this is, that means you don't know anything about South Los Angeles. You don't know anything about Moma Boo. No, I'm sorry. You know what? I want to say that again. Please forgive me for saying that. I want to ask you right now, is it all right? I never want to call you Boo Boo. Can I just call you Boo?
Yeah, that's fine.
That sound like you was shooting your
name.
shot. That was smooth right there.
Well, somebody gave me her number like 11 o'clock at night, so I was like, shit, I ain't going to call her and say, hey, is this Boo Boo? You know what I mean? Tell the world who you are. Who are you, though?
I am Moma Boo. That's more my entertainment name. My hood name is Boo Boo.
All right.
So that's who I am.
So that's a difference.
It's two different people.
So the entertainment and the hood is two different things.
Yeah.
So in the hood, tell me, you got your boots on, you stand on tables, you
Not no more.
Oh, okay.
None of that no more.
Okay. All right.
None of that.
Tell me what it looked like with you being in the hood right now. What would it look like?
Right now it probably look like more of my young homegirls coming up talking to me.
Okay.
But I'm not in the politics of what's going on with the neighborhood per se, unless it's dealing with kids.
Right. Okay. That's real good. So let me ask a question then, because there is Moma Boo and Boo Boo.
Mm-hmm.
Which one rides motorcycles?
Boo Boo. Yeah, she rides. She rides.
Okay, so how'd that come to play? How'd you get on a motorcycle? Most girls get on a motorcycle only if they daddy got them doing the what we used to do back in the days, go to hop and the
Dirt bikes.
Dirt bikes. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Well, me, I had my motorcycle license maybe like 7 years prior to me getting the motorcycle. Okay. And I was with someone that was in a motorcycle club, so I started out riding his bike and then got my bike.
Okay. All right,
but the motorcycle, I was going to do that regardless. That was something I needed to do.
The motorcycle you got, we call them the Rockets. You don't have the Harley.
Right, not yet.
Right. Oh, but you had to get the Harley.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. But I still got to slice through traffic.
Right.
But the Harley even is more Harley like take it slow. No, the Harley, if the cars are too tight,
right,
I can get through there. But the Harley got to stop. So I'm not finished with slicing through traffic.
So you're going to stay on the Rocket.
Yeah, I don't believe in putting your feet down on the freeway. I don't believe in none of that.
Right. All right, real good.
I thought about getting a motorcycle, actually.
Get one.
Why don't you get one?
I was a speed demon, so I didn't trust myself, honestly. I'm like, if I get a motorcycle, it's a wrap. I'm probably
So
going
if
to end
you
up
can't
dead.
trust you, then who can trust you?
I trust myself now. I got out of that. I don't know. It was like in college, I had this little bucket, and I used to be mobbing up there in the Bay Area, like driving like, who
So
cared
what
about
school
my
did you go
life?
to? You're talking about the Bay Area. Where was you at in the Bay
I
Area?
went to Cal State East Bay, up
Cal
near
State East
Oakland,
Bay.
yeah.
All right.
So when I first got my first car, I was out there driving crazy, 100 miles an hour in a freaking 98 Toyota Camry.
Yeah, you get a motorcycle.
But now,
But it rained a lot up there too, right?
It does.
So
It
yeah,
does,
that
yeah.
ain't cool. So you
That's
get
how
to
you learn how to drive
slipping
for
and
real,
stuff.
though.
That's how you get to learn how to drive. I ain't riding no bikes in the slippery
I've
slope.
rode in the rain. It's fun.
Let me tell you.
Fun.
Yes,
I don't know.
it's like a high or something. But I would say get a motorcycle because once you get a motorcycle and start riding and know that it's only you and the pavement, you're not going to lose your mind like that. You're going to respect the road.
Yeah.
Once you get up to about 100 and you like, okay, if I fly off here right now, I might not make it. You're going to respect that. And
Yeah.
you're not going to do that unless you're comfortable doing it. Like I tell anybody, ride in your comfort zone. If you're going down the freeway and it's a lot of people and they mashing and you kind of scared that day, don't do it.
Yeah, I was going to
So-
say, how do you trust other drivers, though? Because a lot of people don't be paying attention.
I mean, they don't, and a lot of people don't like motorcycle riders. They feel like you're cutting the line.
Yeah.
So they'll cut you off, but I just ride. The fastest I've been on my motorcycle was 156.
What?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it again.
What?
Damn.
I wouldn't do it again just because I have kids. But
You ain't
me
had no
and-
kids when you did that?
I did. But no, it was the guys in the motorcycle club I used to be with. It was like 2, 3 in the morning. And we coming down to 110 and they just opened it up. And I just opened it up. What? Like, let's get it. And I
be
looked
seeing
down.
that sometimes. Like,
I looked down, I was going 156, and the 2 cars I passed by, I don't know the model, make, color, nothing. I just saw the lights. And I looked down like, okay, you going too fast. It's not going to be a post saying, Mama Boo in the hospital, let's pray for her. No, R.I.P. So I'm like,
We'd
no,
all
no, no,
had
no,
your
no,
picture
no, no,
on.
no.
I had a shirt with your
Yeah.
picture on it.
So I said, I ain't going to
That's
do
not
it
cool.
because I have kids.
Yeah.
But as far as in the fear of it, no.
are you still part of a club?
I have my own club now.
Oh.
You have
okay,
another
okay.
club. You still a part of that other club? Over there on
club?
El Segundo? And,
No.
You ain't part of that club?
No, I be
No,
seeing
I
the
have
clubs
my
on
own
the
motorcycle
freeway
club.
and stuff, and I always thought it was so cool. Like, it make you want to be a part of something like that because I know it's like a brotherhood, sisterhood.
Yeah, I
Real
mean,
tight knit.
to each his own because my motorcycle club is no anti-venom. I'm the founder of that. I have 2 girls thus far. And my thing is just empowering women and not being ratchet and showing the young girls that you can do some of the things that the guys do and do it with class. So my main objective with everything is to merge everything together because no anti-venom is an actual octopus. My motorcycle is an octopus, and the octopus is a blue ring octopus, which is only found in Australia, big as a golf ball, and no anti-venom for it. And it's pink, and it's pretty, and it's deadly. It's me, y'all. It's me, y'all.
Okay, you made
So,
it make sense.
Yeah, so with my nonprofit, it's
never
a
knew that.
Blue Ring Octopus 2 is the logo. So just merging everything together
Yeah.
and having respect for women that's not on a groupie type mindset to actually represent young women that ride motorcycles.
So they have groupies out there?
The social
Maybe
club.
I should get me another motorcycle.
The social
I need
club.
some groupies. All I need is a bike, and they'll come around.
The social clubs.
I'm thinking about it. Yes, indeed. I need groupies, man. You know everything. The skating ring got groupies.
Yeah.
Did you know that? When I used to skate, that was skating ring group. When I drove a tow truck, that was tow truck groupies. They was girls.
Get
who
outta
really,
here.
I ain't lying to you. So yeah, I gotta get me a bike.
Not tow truck groupies.
Yes, indeed.
You get one, I'll get one.
So not the okay, but see, I'm about to for real though. I was gonna
you
get
serious?
my homeboy Corey boy showed up. He just riding down the street one day. He had a rag on his face. So I said, oh, he's a gang member. Had a hat on and he was bumping some oldies. And he said, Skipp, and Buster you. I'm like, I don't know who that is, but he knew my name. Came back and I was like, man, what is this? And he said, man, it's a Can-Am. And I said, oh, man, that's the homie. I said, man, let me roll. He said, yeah, for sure. He said, you need to get one.
Yeah.
And I said, well, how much are they? Like 30, 40? He said, man, you get one under 20. I'm like, is that right?
But that's not considered a motorcycle, though.
I don't need a motorcycle, man. They
You
got
can,
two
if
wheels.
you cannot split lanes.
I don't need to split lanes.
Then that's a car.
Let me
type of car.
It's not a car.
That's a type of
So
car.
let me tell you what I've seen. I've seen groups and groupies that had Can-Ams. And what I seen them do is going down to 101. I seen them going down Pacific Coast Highway. So I am a person of peace. I don't need the group or the groupies. If I can go down PCH and bump my oldies and be at peace,
Then that's
man,
what's
that's
up.
wonderful for
Yeah.
me. I don't have to do 156. I don't have to learn how to be
I
like
don't
Mama
I
Boo.
top out at
or Mama Boo.
130 now is my top.
I don't even need
Oh,
130.
so much better.
Right.
Do you know what a Can-Am? Do you seen the Can-Am?
Is that the one with it got more than
Three
one
wheels?
seat? Yeah,
Yeah,
three wheels.
it's the two in the front.
Tricycle.
No, tricycle
That
is
don't count,
one in the
Skip.
front and two in the back. That's a tricycle.
Tricycle.
So wait,
No.
what is a Can-Am then?
Two in the front, one in the back.
It's two in the front, one in the back.
Tricycle.
But see, no, see,
Reverse tricycle.
That's hating on the Can-Am because the tricycle.
split lanes.
And I've seen the older dudes, the heavy set dudes who got the tricycles, and they about 60, 65. They want peace too. You know what I mean? So I ain't made it to that age yet. So I'll take a Can-Am because my homeboy Corey boy, he probably just turned 40 if he is 40. So the young people like that.
I ain't gonna lie though. I probably shouldn't even say this out loud, but I went to Hawaii not that long ago. We were gonna ride some mopeds. So me and the two girls that I went with, we went to the place to rent the mopeds. We did the waiver, all that, but you gotta practice first. So it was just these two guys in front of us, and one of them got on the moped. We're in an alley, so you gotta go onto the street. You drive out the alley. They kind of, somebody is holding a moped with you, helping you turn it, and then you on your own. He got out the alley, he turned, and he slammed into a car, scraped his whole leg and everything.
Oh, but see,
bloody.
he was an idiot.
And I was like, nope. Can't
No,
do it.
see, no, you
I walked
can't.
away. I couldn't do it. So I don't think I
No,
could
you
do a
can't, you
motorcycle
can't.
like a moped. You crashed that?
No,
I gave
that
up.
was on him.
Yeah, that's totally on him.
Like,
He didn't
no,
know how
you
to
can't.
stop or judge. You have good judgment. I could
I
tell.
do.
Yeah,
But that scared me. I'm not going to lie. I'm like, I can't.
Don't let somebody else
Hey, let me tell you what I did.
bullcrap be something to stop you.
You
So
right.
back
You
when I
right.
was,
Because if you want to ride, I'll teach you.
Say less.
See,
Oh,
see,
man,
see
the
how that
pressure
goes?
is on.
Yeah.
Hey, but look, let me
You
tell
can be
you
a part
though.
of no anti-venom.
So I
Let's
had
do
I had a motorcycle. I was in Las Vegas, and there was some dudes, different neighborhood, Crips and Bloods, right? So the Crips was down the street, but I knew them, so we wasn't gonna fight, kill each other, nothing like that. But there was a girl there, and I was showing off for the girl. So I rolled up, and I'm slow, I'm looking for this girl, right? And I don't even see her, so I just took off. I seen them. I'm like, what's happening? I did that crazy stuff. And then I rolled to the corner of the stop sign, and I hit the front brakes. Oh, yeah, I went over, and everybody, oh, look at Cuz. I felt like an idiot, man. But, so that was just one of them things.
Yeah,
I got
mean,
over that.
In the bike world, anything like that, people gonna laugh, but at the end of the day, we all that actually ride, we understand. Like,
Right.
okay, he just hit the wrong clutch or something like that. So it'd be a kiki with me, but I ain't
Right.
gonna kiki all the way because I might do it tomorrow. So I don't want to be over laughing at you.
Right.
So
Getting
yeah,
that karma back.
exactly.
All right, so talk about some of the things that you do now. I see that you pass out food, you give out food. I saw the work that you were doing in Compton. You're doing the work now. What is that, Figueroa or
Yes,
Broadway? Figueroa. So tell us some of the stuff that you've been doing. And
Well, of course, like you say, I pass out food every Saturday. I've been doing it, I say a couple of weeks shy of a year. that I've been doing it every Saturday. I just took my first Saturday off last Saturday. So with that, I've had different events like the backpack, which thank you to you. You gave me, Skipp donated so many backpacks to me. Like, that's what's up. So
How many was it?
it was like 150 or something.
Yeah, backpacks.
It was a lot.
Backpacks
it
like
had
Diego,
stuff
huh?
in it,
You ever
and
watch
it was
Dora the
cushion
Explorer?
too.
You ever watch?
Backpack.
Oh, wait, hold on, sing it again.
No. One time thing.
So with that,
You
and
look
then
like
I've had a
Diego.
homeless event.
I look like a
female
boy.
version. No, come on.
So I look like Dora.
No, they don't look alike to me.
They don't.
Right.
Okay, let her finish. I'm
go
sorry.
ahead.
Because I'm over here looking like, do she like Dora?
I know. I do.
So the backpack event for the back to school event, which you donated. Then in December I had a homeless event where I actually had the portable showers pull up, and I had a barber there.
Hey, did you go get some of the homeboys? Because you could have pulled up to the
You
park
know what?
where
No,
my
this
homies
is what
are.
I was-
Some of them got a house to go to, but they still need that
No,
portable
my
shower.
mind, I tapped in with a bunch of my people that I do know and told them the only thing I want y'all to do is bring somebody. And my thing about it is if you just go up there to the liquor store or our local liquor store, put one of them in the car. You know, that's somebody auntie, uncle. That's one of the certifieds from the neighborhood. They just on drugs and liquor now. You know what I'm saying? And really too many people didn't do it. That's one thing that we have bad is that we do not support each other. But it was homeless that was coming from the area. I say about 15 or 16 different people took a shower that day. I had a man that actually had tears in his eyes telling me that he hadn't showered in over 4 months. And the last shower was a wash up and it was cold water. So he was like, the hot water, thank you. And I'm just like, in my mind, like, this what I do it for. You know what I mean? Because it's people out here that need help and they be not wanting to ask for help. It's one of these things where it's like, I don't want to be asking. I don't want, people to know that I'm actually down on my luck. And at the end of the day, I feel like, who cares about that? Because I was one of them kids in a line with my mama getting clothes and food from churches. So I know about it. I don't have no judgment against you guys. I feel like I got this going on. Come get it.
Right.
Come get it.
Yeah, I was saying in the fact that there's some people I be around every day that be needing a portable shower. You know what I mean? Like, how do you tell somebody that?
Tell them.
Look,
Just tell them, look
Just
them in the
tell 'em.
eyes and say, look, homie, we can go later on tonight, but just go home and take a shower first. And then
No,
I'm
just
gonna
be
do
like, hey, I don't know what's going on, but I think you need to take a shower.
I've had to do it. I supervised. I managed a lot of. I worked in security
Like,
before
check
my
them
current job,
hygiene.
and that's the thing. Like, I did entertainment security at movie studios and stuff like that, and I had to you can't have no hygiene issues at these movie studios. So I've had to have those very awkward
Just look at
conversations.
somebody and say, hi, Gene.
How did you say it? Professionally.
It
Because
goes
my
a little
ghetto self
something
would be like, you stink. You need to take a shower.
We got a couple of complaints about your hygiene. I don't know if
Okay.
you have something, going on, if you need some assistance or whatever your situation is, but just wanted to bring it to your attention. Is it something that you could work on or do you need some help? And then it goes either way.
That was professional. That was the professional way.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. How
I wouldn't have
take
been
that.
offended by that. I probably wouldn't have wanted to hear it, but I wouldn't have been offended by what you
It's
said.
awkward for sure, but it is a way to say
It
it.
was
Soft
a
way.
long time ago, 1990 something. I took a shower. I had somewhere to go. I took a shower, but I put on a sweatshirt and had a hoodies back then. Put on a sweatshirt, and riding down Crenshaw, and I stopped, talked to a couple people. When I got where I was going, one of my cousins said, "Skipp, man, go in there and get up under your arms." I'm like, damn, I just came from the shower. You know what I mean? But it was hot, and I had on a sweatshirt.
Right.
And I
Forgot
said,
the deodorant.
that will never happen again.
Yeah.
No, for
would
real.
never
That's
do
something
that.
you leave a house on accident with no deodorant, you got to turn
Yeah,
back.
I mean,
matter
I
how-
believe
or stop
any-
at the store real quick.
Any and
like-
everybody that have had days like that, even if you
Yeah.
are one of the most cleanest type people, naturally. So, people have their days. But I know with that event, it was a lot of people that was just really grateful of that. And that was like one of the, I wouldn't say my biggest event, but it was the more heartfelt event where it's like, wow, I take showers sometimes 2 times a day. In the summer or whatever the case may be. And you haven't showered in 4 months?
Yeah.
Right. That's
Yep.
crazy.
Yeah, I did something
yeah.
similar in Skid Row 2 years ago,
Okay.
2020. So it's really actually kind of difficult to talk about. But yeah, I did with my previous podcast, the Black Republic, put together. I've created a nonprofit from that So we fed like 500 people down in Skid Row, got all these different organizations together, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, it
for
is.
sure. It's
It actually
amazing.
is.
It sucks though because it's a temporary fix for
Right.
what seems like a permanent issue. You know,
Right, right.
and it's frustrating. But
Yeah. I
it's
was
amazing,
gonna say
though.
I did a lot of things. I ain't never offered a shower to nobody.
Well, that was my big little objective, to have the portable showers to pull up, because I service the homeless every Saturday. They come and I see it. You know, I'm on ground zero level. I can see what is needed with the people that come. So I'm like, okay, it took me about 4 months to actually get the portable showers, going back and forth via email, but I got it
Was
done.
it the city or the county? Or
It
what?
was the city.
Oh, okay.
So yeah. So that was like
Is
big
there
to
is
me.
there a nonprofit? Is there a organization that has portable showers, and maybe we could?
Not that I know of.
there's
the
some
red
out
tape.
there. I don't know them off the top of my head, but there's a couple out there that drive. But I don't know what they're called. I've seen them before though.
Okay.
I used to work in Skid Row a lot.
Okay.
All right. I gotta catch up. Y'all out there doing it big. I remember.
I know that's
being,
amazing though, for real. Like
Yeah.
we need to do more. You know, I was just thinking, the government just gave some $1 billion to Ukraine, and it's like, God damn.
Like, right. Like, what about us
What?
over
Yeah,
here? Like,
come
I don't
on
never
now.
see none of them come over here and protect over here. But we always run.
Did you
crazy.
see what they did to the black people that were in Ukraine?
Yep.
No,
Yep.
I haven't seen it.
Right,
Back of the
well,
bus. No, you can't even get on the
you
bus.
Can't get on the
Can't
bus.
even
Can't
get on the bus.
train.
No black people trying to escape
Actually,
Ukraine.
They had some resources, and they told the black people, you have to pay for these resources, where they gave them to Ukraine citizens, and told them they
And
had
they
to pay.
They said Ukrainians, white Ukrainians, let me
Right.
say that, and their pets.
And their
And their
pets.
pets
Right.
came before black Ukrainians.
Okay, that's
or
a-
African refugees.
That's a whole nother turn up.
And then
know.
there was people in the news media out there saying, yes, these are good people. These are white Christian people in Ukraine. And I was thinking, wow. Wow. But yeah, that's a whole nother.
That's
Yeah,
a
we could have a whole hour on that.
Just on that alone.
Yeah, but you do a whole lot. So tell me what you that's over there on Figueroa.
Yeah, that's
what's,
between.
What's the address?
That's
over there?
13008 South Figueroa Street. It's between 132nd and 130th.
Okay, and that's every Saturday.
That's every Saturday.
So everybody,
I just
so you
had-
know, it's a lot of people watch this podcast. So you're gonna have a lot of people come down there to want to help and pick up boxes and
Yeah, of course.
You know,
Of course.
so-
And other donors that want to donate, because I don't know, people think that it's easy. As you know, with a nonprofit, it's mostly money out of your pocket to make things work.
Exactly.
Because I just had a Black History event about 2 weekends ago, and I had a creative writing contest where they can rap, they can sing, they can do a poem, or they can do an essay and just speak. First prize was $300, second $200, and third was $100. And it was a family that came, but I've been seeing them since Christmas. They first time coming was actually on Christmas, on that Saturday. But I can see between the 6 or 7 kids that they have, I don't know if y'all homeless or not, but I sense that something is really, really going on, and they're African American, of course. So with that event that I just had, they got the money. Like on purpose, because my whole mindset with along these months watching them is I want to do something for y'all, but I want y'all to participate. And I got y'all. And the sister and the brother did something. They got first and second. Because I know it did in my mind. You know how you was little and you get some money or something, your mama take your money or something like that. In my mind with this situation, even if the mom and the dad take the money, it's going to go on something
to
that
the
they
house,
need.
right.
Yeah.
Because I can look at their clothes, and some of the times they don't look like they've bathed, but I'm not judging. I'm not saying in a judgmental way. But I'm like, even if the mom or dad take the money, I believe it's going to go to good use, because they at the bottom of the barrel. They don't have nothing. So I'm like, y'all just come, and I got y'all.
Yeah.
And they did, and I had
I
them.
think part of that's probably your motherly instinct too, though. You
Yeah.
got kids yourself. So
Yeah.
You keep stuff, you know.
Yeah.
One of the things I was introduced to in Atlanta, Georgia, about 5 years ago was a cash mob. You guys know what that is?
Cash mob, no.
A cash mob. So a cash mob is where this one group would say, okay, this coming Saturday, everybody bring $20, and we go into this one store, which is black-owned business.
Okay.
And everybody go in there, about 100 of them go in there and spend $20. So
what's
that's
up.
how you build up the store. So, I mean, that's just this one time for the store, and they say, okay, 2 weeks from now, we're going over here to this store, and they tell the store owners, y'all come too, because the same way we support you, you guys need to come support them.
Right.
But I say that because what we could do for families like that is we can have a cash mob. We can go to a store. We can get the sizes for the kids. And everybody go in and we're going to buy one item for the kids and then get whatever you want as well. You know what I mean? So that way we're supporting the family. At the same time, we're supporting the black business.
Yeah.
You know, so y'all just keep that in mind. And when y'all do it, remember it's my idea.
Really?
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm trying to do it in May.
That's actually a really good idea, though.
Yeah, I
you
know.
gotta start capitalizing off of TikTok now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you
There's
got to
people that
start
do
capitalizing
TikTok.
off of these ideas I be having, too. I'm just saying. Don't be sleeping on me over here because
I'm asleep.
Right. Right. So what about Compton? You used to work, and I would see you there. I'd be there too. We slinging
Yeah, with
boxes.
Cynthia.
Yeah, with Cynthia and
absolutely.
Nunn. We were slinging boxes together.
I'm still connected with Cint. That's my boo. Cint, that's like big sis.
Right.
Like I don't
So that
care
make
what
you my sister
nothing.
then, 'cause that's my
what
older
nothing
sister.
happens, I'm riding with Cint.
Right.
Wrong or right, I'm
Oh,
riding
yeah.
with Cint because she rode with me as I was being introduced to the nonprofit game. She gave me so much information. So that's my big sis.
So
just
she
because
can't
you don't
be your
see
big
me
sis.
there,
That's my
don't
big
mean
sis.
that's my big sis.
So that would make you my sister.
Okay, bruh.
All right.
But yeah, with Compton, that's where I got the starter kit of my training of what to do and how to do it with Cynthia. Because I was over there about a year. And then I moved to my building where I'm at now. So that's why you don't actually see me in Cynthia because I'm doing my little thing. And I be in the midst of everything. I have so much going on. But yeah, Cynthia, yeah, that's the starter point.
So I was in that office, and the doors was closed. The window shades was down. I was in that office. I was just in the cubicle. I'm in the computer. I'm like some little nerd or something, just writing all kind of curriculum and stuff in there. And Cynthia came to the gate and said, "Hey, I'm Sylvia's sister, Marcus' sister, whatever." I'm like, "Oh yeah, the Nunn family, right?" And we just became like this. She said, "I need to get in the building." I said, "Man, open the gate, you got it." She said, "Nah, I need to talk to Vicky to get in the building." So I was calling Vicky, Cynthia's here, whatever. And Cynthia got in the building and showed me what that building was for. I ain't had not one soul in that building. I ain't bring nobody in there. What the hell I'm gonna do? I ain't gonna open the door. I'm opening the
Because
door.
she been there, what, 8-9 years?
So when she got in there, she opened the door and said, "Nah, this is what we gonna do. We gonna have food drive. We gonna have the kids in the back. We gonna get snow. We gonna do." Bone helped her with a lot of it.
Okay.
Bone helped her. So Bone come from the same El Segundo area.
Yeah.
El Segundo and what's that, Broadway?
No.
It's wherever
No,
it is.
San Pedro.
San Pedro. Okay. I don't know.
On the Pedro, you better get
I
this
don't
shit
know.
right.
I just drive fast down El Segundo. I don't know where to stop, where not. I go to Taco Bell at the corner though. You know, and
That's on
the Louisiana chicken over there, yes indeed. But anyway, I'm saying that to say that Cynthia really showed me what community engagement was in Compton. You know, because it just wasn't happening. You know, it was just small groups would come together, we'd sit, talk, do whatever we did on the inside of the building. But Cynthia opened that door. And when Cynthia opened that door, everybody knew that this is the place. This is where you go and get help. This is where you go get resources. This is where you go. And then Cynthia would call me and say, "Hey, Skip, on this day, I'm going to bring some OGs over there." So I'm like, okay, here I'm about to go over here with these OGs from Ludus Park. And I see, nah, they from Southside. Nah, they from Santana. Cynthia would have everybody over there.
Yeah.
And that was that's a blessing. I ain't going to say she would. I'm saying she does have everybody over there because she's still doing it. Still doing the work.
Absolutely.
Lorenzo Davis said, "Are you talking about Cynthia Nunn?"
Tell Lorenzo, what's her name?
Lorenzo Davis.
Tell Lorenzo Davis, yes, indeed, that is Cynthia
Absolutely.
Nunn. Tell him, no question, that's Cynthia Nunn. As a matter of fact, I'm going to get a call-in number so that anybody who wants to call in and ask Moma Boo a question, or they might want to ask Keilah a question. Shit, they might want to ask me a
Maybe
question.
I had an answer.
Yeah.
We'll see.
If they ask me a question, I'm going to refer it to you. See if you can answer. Can we get a number, Lauren? Trying to get it.
In the meantime, you mentioned that you also mentor young women.
Yes, I have. With the nonprofit, not only do I give out food, but my program has been stopped for a minute for me to get another building. But mentoring these young girls, I have different videos on there where we done paint sip. We done taught them how to make shea butter,
I thought you was gonna
different
say,
stuff.
Taught them how to make shanks.
Yeah, so
Oh, you
we've
gotta talk
done.
faster. She said, did you hear what she said? She said, taught them
and
how to
sip.
make shea, and I was thinking
Shea butter.
Right, I'm glad.
Like
you
all
said
the
that.
ingredients, whatever they need or whatever. So that right there should be starting back up by the end of this month at a different location. So I'm totally looking forward to this because I miss my babies. Like I miss them. They all got different personalities and they are some intelligent little young women if you know to ask them or have them speak.
Yeah.
Because my thing is when I do have my Sundays, we'll talk about a topic like self-motivation or whatever the case may be. They read, and then we'll go into an activity. It could be like making the shea butter. Then after the activity is over, they got to sit back down, and they got to stand up individually one by one and talk about self-motivation or whatever the case may be. And then in my little donation box, they get $5 to $7.
You have a little donation box?
It's like this. But it may have like over 100 ones
So that's
in
a
it.
big donation
It's
box.
a nice size. This is
Let her
big.
know.
This
Yeah,
is
it's
big.
not little. If it makes a difference in these girls' life, it's a big donation
It's
box.
a big
As a
donation
matter of fact,
box.
let me tell you what I want to do. The next time you have one of these events, I want to order food, pay for it, and y'all
Okay.
don't have to pay nothing. I'll send the people the Uber Eats or the what they call them, the Dusty Trail. What's the other one? Uber Eats.
Uber Eats.
DoorDash?
And
DoorDash, right.
He said the Dusty Trail.
I don't know what they are. I don't use them, but I would use them to send some food over so
Yeah.
y'all don't have to go nowhere. Y'all enjoy the meal and all that. I would love to do that.
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do then. Whatever that cost is, I'll match it in
All right.
cash for
Okay.
your big time donation box.
Yes,
Right.
indeed. See how that
So
works?
yes, we gotta keep
Exactly.
in touch.
Yes.
Whatever
Okay.
it is.
But y'all got to keep in touch anyway because she's gonna show you how to ride a motorcycle.
Right.
Right.
Damn,
So
you're not
that you
gonna let
don't.
that
So
slide.
that you don't.
Not either.
So you don't use that example of Caucasian male on a moped. How could that be your source of reference, man?
You're right.
You
You're right.
know what I mean?
Oh,
So-
No, you're
dang,
right.
you're making me nervous.
But
now.
it's really my thing.
You
is
don't have
I
to do
tell
156.
People, no, I tell people just like how you learned how to drive a car, and at first when you started driving, you was thinking of the blinker, you was thinking of the steering wheel, the gear, the brake, the gas. But after like maybe about a week, it's in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Like muscle memory. So it's not that hard to ride a motorcycle. I have so many females that be like, oh my God, I'm so scared. It's like, it's not that hard.
Okay, it's 1 up and 4 down, right?
Look, I'm not going to play with you right now. I just
come
get on my bike
put
and
your,
ride
Put your foot
it.
on there. That's 1 up and then 4 down.
6. It's 6 gears.
Oh wow, where you get that gear from?
It's 6
yeah, no,
gears.
over
It's
my
6
head
gears.
already.
Huh?
I don't know what y'all talking about.
You gonna
It
learn.
says 6.
Never learn.
It's like a driving a stick. Like it
They
has a
say
clutch
that. They
type of
told me
thing?
that. They told me
I
that.
put
But
the
no.
clutch on.
No.
Okay, so if you don't hit the clutch and you change gears, it's going.
You know what? No. The guys in the bike club, they would change the gear without hitting the clutch.
Just dry shit.
Yeah, just like click it up. I gotta squeeze and then click, and I haven't mastered that one, but I do remember them just kicking the clutch up.
Okay, so I had it wrong. 1 down, 6 up.
Look, I can't even tell you like verbatim.
I
I
ain't
can get on my
wrong.
bike and I can ride it.
So how you gonna teach her?
By
Yeah.
then I'm gonna looked at it. By then I'm gonna looked at it.
You gonna set me up for failure.
No,
look,
but
now.
you know the best thing I tell people that if they want to get their motorcycle license is to go to the motorcycle class. It's like a 3 or 4 day class, and they teach you that, and they give you a paper to take to the DMV, and you just do the written part. It's so many people I know been riding motorcycles for years and went and took the DMV test on the bike and failed it.
Yeah.
So you take the class. I think it's like $250, maybe $300 now since COVID. Everything went up, and you take that paper and just do the written part. And you good to go. Instead of going around the cones like you, the police on the bike. Don't nobody ride a bike like that.
Okay, somebody said it's 1 down, 5 up. Somebody named Rolex. 1 down,
That's
5
the
up.
homie Rolex.
Somebody
that's
sent
Rolex.
sent you love from New York, Southside Jamaica, Queens.
Hey.
That's Colin.
So tell them they
Nurse,
can call in at 323-815.
The number's right there.
Oh yeah, it's on the screen.
4204.
Oh yeah.
Call
see,
us.
See how that works? Did I put that up there? Okay.
No, she put it up there.
Okay.
Now back to mentoring young ladies. I'm curious. What's the age range?
The age range from 8 to 18.
Okay. And are they students like at a school? Is that how you reel them
The
in, or
girls
like from
that I
your
have
neighborhood?
right now, they're actually the cheerleaders for the Panthers football team from Athens Park. So I would say if it's 14 girls, then I would say 10 is cheerleaders.
Got you.
So
Okay.
yeah, and my thing is just to stop them and get them on more of a positive mindset before they get to gangs, before they get to drugs, before they get to being sexually active. And then you have to take it to perspective too with dealing with young girls. You may have one or two that has been molested. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of different things that come into play with that. And my thing is to be to them who I needed when I was a kid. Because I was bad. I wouldn't say I was bad. Let me take that back. I would say that I didn't have the proper guidance. I couldn't read. So with me not being able to read or do math, I was disruptive. And I didn't have a parent to pull my coattail and help me or to sit me down and be like, oh, no, we're not going to do that. So with me knowing all that and knowing how everything was on me, because I don't have no big brothers and sisters and uncles that's from my neighborhood where it's like, okay, who boo-boo peoples are. And it's like, oh, whoop, that's her, blah, blah, blah. It was never that. If you were to ask real homies right now, like, who is boo-boo peoples? They'd be looking at you like, you know what, I don't even know. Because I never had that. So it was just me just taking up for myself, creating bullshit, and just doing it myself. Because my mama wasn't finna come outside and be like that mom, like, who messing with my daughter? Never. So it was me that had to do this. And a lot of people hear my name like, oh, yeah, I remember old girl. But mine didn't stem off somebody else, an uncle, a daddy, or nothing. Mine stemmed off of me, period. So I want to be to them who I needed. You don't have to be that angry. You don't have to be that mad. You know what I'm saying? But then a lot of bullcrap stems from in the household. You have a lot of parents, grandmas, and grandpas that do not allow that child to get help because one of the uncles are touching them. And it's a hush-hush situation. But in my mindset, what you're telling that little girl is, fuck what you going through. It don't matter. Just be quiet. And then you wonder why they get 15, 16 and they very disrespectful. Now they doing crazy shit. But it's like you didn't protect them. So now they feel like they got to protect themselves. They feel like it's them against the world. When only thing you had to do was call the police on that uncle. I know it's your son, but your son violating your grandbaby. Instead of keeping it closed, that turns out to be a whole nother monster when they get older and they go to school and they learn that wasn't right. What was done to me was wrong. Now you still bringing this uncle around on Thanksgiving. He walking in the house on different days. It's like, who protected me? Nobody.
Right. You know what you just said is something that I experienced in my family where I picked up an uncle on a Thanksgiving. His car was broken down. So when everybody's saying, where you at? Why you ain't here? And I said, oh, I got the uncle right here, Uncle Whoop-de-Whoop. And the response I got was, fuck, Uncle Whoop-de-Whoop. You know what I mean? Yeah. And I'm like, why? So then I was told the story, exactly what you said, when the uncle started trying to pay the sisters to do sexual things. He wasn't just trying to force them. He was trying to pay them, right? Like, come do this. So when he had this one person in the corner, like, you know, trying to touch on her, she ran and told her mama. And her mama said, stay out of that man's face. Stop saying around in front of him. That's a grown man and you need to stay away from him. And she almost got slapped because the uncle was on some foolishness. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I believe with different situations like that, speaking as far as in for a woman, it's either going to break her or it's going to make her stronger. You know what I'm saying? Where she know that she's all she got, and that may make her stronger, or it may just break her. Now I'm telling a story that I've never said, that before my mom came to California, when she was about 18, 19 years old, she got raped and ran and told her dad and her uncle, and they beat her ass. And she came out here to California, and then now we on drugs. You get what I'm saying? Because it broke her. Right. It didn't make her. It broke her. You know what I'm saying? But then I'm the child, me and my big brother. My big brother got a mental disability, so he's never been violent or even aggressive verbally or nothing. So we see the woman that's on drugs. But it took, maybe I'm 40 now. My mom probably told me this like at 36. So all these years, I didn't understand why you don't have nothing to say. Right. When things is going on, why you not protecting me? Why you not coming outside getting into it with they mama? Right. You know what I'm saying? But now I know that it broke you when you did speak up about something. You got your ass beat by your father and your uncle. And that made you run to California. And you started doing drugs, so it broke her. So people don't be really taking into consideration, I know this your baby. I love my grandbaby, but protect them. Right. And the boys, too. Because it's, as much as it's not talked about, most guys that are bisexual or gay, something happened when they was little. Right.
So broken people trying to heal, or not even healing, using alcohol and drugs to heal, and now they got children, and they cannot help them through a healing process. They
Right.
can't. Yeah. So, man, that's a second call commercial right there. www.secondcall.org. And also, what you're doing with the young people, the Young Panther cheerleaders, that's awesome, because there has to be a healthy way to get out of this. And the one thing I know is that it's like, trauma is like food poisoning. So if I don't get it out, it's killing me.
Yeah.
I'm going to die from it. I'm going to die from the trauma, just like food poisoning. So I got to get it out. I got to find that right voice to talk to say, someone who's not going to judge me, but to say, hey, look, it was all bad, let me tell you.
Yeah.
And not somebody who's going to try to fix me, because if I get the wrong person and they try to say, oh, it's okay, this and that, then I still don't get to get it out. They might shut it down. There's a lady I used to date, and she was telling me she was 14 years old, her mom and dad at work, and these guys came from L.A., moved out to West Covina, and used to chase her and used to try to get her. She's 14 years old, and she said they were adamant about what they was going to do if they catch me. And every time she would tell me the story, I would start hugging her, and I'd hug her more and more and tell her, you all right, you straight. And I was doing that not because of I want to comfort her or whatever. It was hurting me. It made me want to go and do something to him. So I wanted her to shut up. So I'm hugging her like, man, like, it's okay. I got you.
Right.
Stop tripping. Because the next thing is go get the pistol. Let's go find them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I've learned that too, that I can't talk to people who going to get emotionally attached and want to fix me or want to help me, because I don't get to get the story out.
Okay.
I don't get to tell how bad it hurts. You just know that there's something bothering me, but,
Yeah.
So.
Someone asked, what would you tell your younger self? And then where would you be now?
What would I tell my younger self?
If you had the chance.
It's going to be okay. That's what I would tell myself. And then what was the other part to the question?
Where would you be now? I guess if you got the chance to talk to yourself.
I don't know, because a lot of people ask me different things like that, and I don't feel that anything should have been changed. Because if it would have been changed, then it would have deviated who I am now. So one little split second change could have deviated my whole mindset to who I am now. I think I had to go through this. And another thing that I sit and I tell my kids, when I was out there gang banging, my biggest fear is for something to happen to one of my sons. You know what I'm saying? Because I done put someone's mama on the front pew. You get what I'm saying? So my biggest thing is something happened to my son. So in that mindset, didn't nothing happen to me while I was out there gang banging. I've never been raped. I've never been shot. I've never been stabbed. I've never been none of that type of stuff. And I've been from California to other states doing different stuff on that level. But as far as in like sexually or nothing like that, I've never been provocative ever. I would be more like, you touch me on my ass, I'm a two-piece shoe. I was that type of girl.
Yeah.
But nothing has never happened to me. And I sit there and I think about it like, I know homegirls that things have happened to them. And what's the difference between me and them? Nothing. It's just I wasn't there at that time. But the real difference is God didn't want nothing to happen to me, period. Because I've been in Crip hood, flamed up at about 18, 19 years old with my little deuce or my little 38 in my pocket thinking I'm super blood, But at the end of the day, these niggas around here got machine guns and they like, cuz, little mama need to get her ass on. And I'm like, on bloods, I ain't going nowhere. But little shit like that could have not got me knocked out, could have got me raped, could have got me killed. So I've put myself in different situations to play Russian roulette with my life on a lot of aspects of what I was doing back then, and nothing ever happened to me. So it was meant for me to be here, and can't nobody tell me nothing different. Because I could have been in jail, or I could have been dead. The shit I was doing.
So why don't you answer that question too, though? Think about it. Is there a change, or what would you say to the younger you, and then what would have changed? And thank you for that question, whoever that was. Who was that? Was that Rolex?
Yeah, because it's going up over there on her phone. It's going
Yeah,
up.
I'm watching the comments. That was Colin Nurse who asked that question. What would I tell my younger self?
See, I'm still young, so I can't answer that.
I'm not about to play with you.
Active, right?
I'm
not about
still
to play
young
with you.
too, you
You're
know.
older
I
than
got
me,
a
though.
long
I think she the
life to
baby
live.
here.
Yeah, I'm 26.
Oh, this the baby.
I would have to say, God, it would have to do something to do with my mom, like forgiving her for not being the best, like working on it.
Okay.
Maybe getting empathy at a earlier age, because I struggle with it now, like just with my mom. She made some really bad decisions when I was younger. But it took me a long time to understand that it's because of her childhood and how she was brought up too.
Same thing you
Yeah.
just said.
Yeah. So
Same thing I just said.
But
I
the
just
thing
didn't
about-
tell y'all it was my mama, but same thing we all
But go
just
ahead.
said.
After you finish, I got something to say about that.
yeah, it's just maybe I would be a little bit different had I been able to understand and empathize earlier. But I still, like you, I wouldn't change anything because
Right.
I'm content with where I am now and I know where I'm headed. So
Right.
I'm
Right. And that's
solid.
one big thing with parents. They don't tell their kids what's going on or what happened.
Yeah.
Even once they get 18 to 30 years old, they still kind of don't say nothing. And when my mama told me that about what happened with her when she was about 18, 19, it made sense to me. You was quiet down and
Like,
you've been
all the
quiet
pieces
ever
come
since.
together.
It makes sense. But
Yeah.
me, I tell my kids, if you want to know who Mama Boo is, Boo Boo, whoever you want to call me, talk to my daughter. She can tell you it all. You know what I'm saying? As far as in what I've told her. Because I tell her everything. I tell all my kids everything. Like, you know your mama crazy, right? You know why they acting
probably
like that is
know that.
because your mama really crazy. Y'all just know y'all mama. Y'all don't know boo-boo. But my daughter, I tell her everything. Like, I'm not holding nothing back.
Yeah.
Because I know just that little information my mama gave me, it brought clarity to why you so withdrawn, why you quiet. You've been like that since then. And you was one of the women that with that situation, it broke you. It didn't make you. And I understand. Like, I wouldn't have been mad these years, all these years.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
you
what I'm
told me
saying.
that.
Like,
you know?
I think it's still a lot that I have to learn, you know, if my mom ever does open up. But just from what I learned from my grandmother and some of, you know, my mom's cousins, my cousins and stuff, it, you know, little pieces started to make sense. Like, I
Yeah.
moved around a lot. I went to like 10 different schools up to high school. And so that was something I was always, it was cool traveling because I was young. So I went to
Okay.
Texas, Florida, Nevada. I'm living life. Like, okay, we on the road trying to see
But
new
not
areas
stable.
and stuff. Exactly. But that was the other side. I'm constantly having to make new friends, going to new areas, and we living in hotels and stuff like that. So I didn't have no understanding. But then she went through the same thing when she was young, going to like 8 different schools and stuff. So it's like, okay,
Cycle,
now I get
yeah,
it. And now I
yeah.
can forgive that piece. But there's still a lot of other things that I can't because I don't know where it comes from. It's just,
That's
I
the
don't
healing
understand.
process. So the healing process is understanding that
Mm-hmm.
and then healing from it. I can't self-disclose because my son Carter took my mother's phone and went to Skipp Townsend and made her subscribe and notifications. So she's probably watching right now. But I want to tell y'all some of the stuff I went through. But my mama still like to fight. She probably watching right now. She 82. Bless your heart, Yvonne. I know you watching,
But
so
it
I
be
ain't gonna say
just
nothing.
it just be certain little small things that parents can do to make a difference. And I'll give you an example. When my dad was in the pen for all I can remember, he got out when I was about 11. He got murdered when I was 12. But he had sent me letters for the whole 7, 8 years that he was locked up that last time. And he was the only one that told me he loved me. Every time I talked to him on the phone, he would tell me that. And all the letters, you know, my siblings on my daddy's side is like, no, you the church's money. Because daddy didn't send us all them letters. Daddy didn't send us stuff. Like, I have a jewelry box that I've had since I was 9 years old. You touch that jewelry box, I would two-piece you. You better not touch that jewelry box. But with saying, when he passed, I've never had a dialogue with my mama about that. She never was like, baby, you okay? You know, everything's going to be okay. We've never talked about it. It was like the police came to let her know that he was murdered because he was paroled to her house. And she mentioned it to me. Then I went outside to play, you know, different little stuff. And then it was the funeral. Then now I'm at the funeral and I'm looking at my daddy's side of the family that I don't know. So it was never that dialogue to, baby, you all right? You know, well, your daddy, blah, blah, blah. It was nothing. It was just like, this happened. Now you're at the funeral. Now go on about yourself. But if you would have sat down and talked to me, maybe I wouldn't start really fighting at school. Because now I'm mad. I'm mad now on top of I can't read. So now I done changed my whole little demeanor, being violent more so. It's because no one is talking to me. It takes simple little things to give time to your kid to see what they're thinking and talk to them. That's your kid. You've been knowing them since you had them. You know what they feeling by their eyes. You know what I'm saying? Why you didn't talk to me? So I carried that anger with, why my daddy not here no more? That was the only one that told me he loved me. She didn't say it.
Did your mama tell you she loved you?
Yeah.
Okay, my mama didn't tell me that. My mama, and you could hear this, Yvonne, if you're watching. When I told her about 5 years ago, She was about to leave, and I said, I love you. And she hung up the phone. She was about to go to Mississippi. She just said, all right, okay, Skipper, and hung up the phone. But then she started texting me, didn't I send you to private school? Didn't you and your brother play Little League football and baseball? Didn't I send y'all to self-defense classes? So that was her way of saying, motherfucker, didn't I show you through all the stuff I did that I love you? But your mother actually told you.
Yeah, but see, it's a difference because their actions didn't always reflect that. Okay. So it's like, which one is better?
I don't know, but I think Dad, I can't speak for you, but I think Dad saying, hey, look, I love you. Or Mom, not telling me, but your mom told you. I would be, that's how I answer the question. Because I would be different if my mother said, I love you. Mm-hmm. So, because I got boys off the chain right now. Mm-hmm. And I purposely have not told them I love them. But I told my daughters,
Why?
The shit I got in my head where they got to be tough, they got to fight, and the shit I learned from my mama. Okay. You better go out there and hit somebody in their mouth. You better not let them take you. I'm gonna give you $5, and you better come home with $5. You know what I mean? If somebody try, you better.
Skip out here. He's
they gotta hear it too.
To toxic masculinity.
No, they have to hear it
That's
too.
What it is, toxic masculinity.
They have to hear it too because I have a 19-year-old that I moved out of state about 2 months ago because of all his violence. Right. And his dad is the son of Jeff, which is Eve After Dark. So in my neighborhood, they're a big family. They're a wealthy family. But my thoughts to it is his older brother is certified from Athens. And my son and his older brother look just alike. So in passing, you would think that that's the other guy when that's my son. My son on Game Bank, he don't even play and say blood. You know what I mean? So with saying that, their dad haven't really dealt with them since I left him. And my son is going through that with just not even being able to talk to his dad. You know what I'm saying? It's like you live right down the street. His dad lived, if driving 2 minutes away from us, about a mile away from us. You get what I'm saying? Like, why are you not seeing your kids? I work too much to block you from seeing them. So that's not the bull crap that's going on. You can see them whenever. The baby boy, you and him have the same birthday. How do you wake up on your birthday knowing that your baby boy birthday and you don't reach out, no nothing? My phone number been the same for about 16 years. So it's no excuses. So no, they need to hear that because my son been tripping lately because I'm so aggressive. I'm like, no, you gonna do what the fuck I say do, or you're gonna do what I say do. Those are your only options. And I think he's not the one. He's Aquarius. He's more emotional. And he's not a mama's boy like punk ass shit, but he's a mama's boy like what you going through, mama, I feel it. You know, so different stuff that has...
but is that cool? I didn't mean to cut you off, but is that cool? Because to me, I don't need my sons to be emotional like their mother, because that's how me and my brother
I would say that if his daddy was around, I'm not an emotional person. I'm a hard on your head, on your helmet.
Two-piece, right?
Yeah. I'm not like, oh baby, what's wrong? I'm not
my mama was the same way though. My mama had a right and
but
a left,
it's saying
right, left.
Certain people have different characteristics about themselves. Him and Mr. are both boys. They both boys. Bozy is more like closer to the earth, to God or something. I don't know. He feels more. Mr. like Mr. What say what? But he's more. But there's nothing soft about him. You get what I'm saying? So it's not a mama's boy like the typical when you say it.
No, I was saying
even if
more
there
like,
is something soft, it's nothing. It's
no,
not.
I wasn't
saying that. I wasn't saying that. I know you're trying to say I'm toxic, but what I'm saying is that some people are passionate and they talk about the passion. Right, well, that ain't cool because that passion is emotion.
Yeah, it is.
So as a man, how can I be serious about everything? Let me use logic and reason, not saying I want to be a toxic, what'd you say, whatever you called me earlier. I don't want to do that, but what I want to do is have them thinking with logic and reason and not with emotion.
Yeah, but this is the thing with me, my personal opinion, just with my kids. I can't get him there. He's a 19-year-old man. Right. I am a woman. So on different levels, when mama is saying certain stuff, it don't hit. Like if daddy, uncle, cousin that's older would say something to you because it's coming from a female. And then my son is like 6'3" now. So it's not even just the mental, it's the visual that you way down here, lady. You always you be turning up every day.
Once they able to look their mama in their eyes.
Yeah, because Mr. Right there, he just went like this.
I'm gonna tell you what's going on. You can't
but they not disrespectful.
Not disrespectful with it, but like that.
But I can tell that he need a man. Right. It's certain things that I can do, and it's certain type of young men that can be raised by a woman and still be a solid young guy and hear what she's saying and don't take the emotions of what she's saying. And he's the one that needs to be around men. That's why I sent his ass out of state to some men. All right. Because I can't do it here. Because I don't want to. I have a fear, like I told y'all. So instead of me letting you be around here and I'm suppressing you, I'm just constantly, you can't go outside, you can't do this because they shooting, they killing. He's Bob the Builder. He's the guy that makes what do you call them? Little things that fly up in drones and stuff. He puts together drones for 9th grade or 10th grade. This teacher gave him maybe like 15 drones, different sizes. And then none of them worked. Something was wrong with every one of them. He made one that worked. But he's been like that since 3. So I know that if we were to talk about where we originated from, the gods, he is a creator. He's an inventor. I'm more like a warrior princess or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm more like that.
Doing
But
156 on the freeway. I don't know. Go ahead.
I'm like a warrior. He's the inventor. And I just know that him being around me, I'm suppressing who he is as a young man. Because my thing is the fear of something happening to you, and you are the kid with the God-given gift. Right. So you will not be around here with this bullshit because you the one.
Ain't it sad to say L.A. is full of bullshit? Man.
It is. That's why he's not out here no more.
Yes, indeed.
It's popping off.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's way too much.
So listen, I'm going to put your phone number on the screen again. This is how you get in touch with Moma Boo Boo right here. It's 323-815-4204.
But people asking for the OnlyFans.
OnlyFans?
OnlyFans.
Oh, no.
No, it's not none of that.
Okay, but what is your Instagram?
My Instagram is Moma Boo 132. MOMABOO 132.
Go slow for people like myself.
MOMABOO 132.
All right. For you individuals who may think she talk fast.
I do. I be trying to catch myself too.
Yes,
I'm about to
indeed.
follow right now. 132. Wow.
So if you guys go on there and follow Moma Boo 132 at Instagram, you'll see how to get in touch with Keilah. Because she's the last one who just followed. So you can go follow her too. See?
My Instagram is KEI.LAHH.
Okay, so Keilah, earlier I said something about Diego. And you said, you saying I look like a boy? Listen to me. God in heaven, you got a picture on your Instagram where I was like, oh, wait, let me turn my phone off. You know what picture that is?
Yes.
She got a picture on her Instagram. I'm looking at the pictures and I'm like, oh yeah. And I went to one picture and I was like,
In the dress.
oh my God. I ain't like none of the other pictures.
He liked it at like 3 in the morning or something. I was
Yeah,
like,
it was about
oh,
2.
Skip
It wasn't
out here
3.
lurking.
It wasn't 3. It was about 2.
You can't sleep
It was
tonight.
about
You
2.
know what? You gotta drop little teasers out there because I don't.
You
know,
do.
I don't
Oh,
step
man.
out like that.
You do.
Oh no.
Oh my
Gotta remind.
God.
Gotta remind.
Hey, did you see though that I went through all your pictures? And I liked that one.
Yep.
I was like,
Because it's down there. It's down kind of low.
Oh, he went far.
Oh, he went
had
kind
to
of far.
scroll.
Yeah, that was back in like.
Skip
That
had
was
to
before
scroll.
COVID. That was some years ago.
oh, was it?
That was before
I
COVID.
was like,
I was in
ooh,
Miami.
wait.
All in there, all the way
I
down.
was like, ooh, wait.
You would never think looking at me now,
No.
you know.
But you don't remind me of Diego.
Oh, you
That
did.
part.
Right. Okay, so listen, what do you want to leave the guests with? What you want to leave
And I
them
feel
with?
like there was so much we didn't even talk about.
Right.
You have to come back for a part 2.
Okay. What I would want to leave the guests with
Or you
is
can invite us to be on your podcast.
I don't have a
too.
podcast. I have a YouTube. So, I like pre-record it.
Okay, well, you can pre-record it.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Okay, because Skip wanted to say that anyway, you guys.
Yeah,
He wanted to mention
because
that.
I didn't get pressured into interviewing you. I interviewed you when Cynthia brought you to the center over there.
Yeah, I don't think you
and
really
Mika.
knew me that much then.
I didn't really know who you were, what you was
Right.
doing. You was just cool. And first of all, anything Cynthia asked me to do, I'm doing it. You know that,
That
right?
part.
Okay, so it was you and Mika, and I got to give a shout out to Mika because
Yeah.
you were supposed to do my taxes 2 years ago, and
She
you
did
didn't even
mine
call me
this
back.
year.
I don't know why she ain't called me back. I look up to you, Mika. You like a sister too. But anyway, I cut you off. You was about to. And,
I'm trying to think. What would I want to say? I want to say to support your own. I want to say that just because one is doing something that you're not doing or that you're scared to do or that you're not comfortable doing, share their stuff. I mean, you got to support each other. People get into their mindset that I don't like what she's doing, but it's not about your personal preference. It's about what they're doing, sharing. You share a lot of different other stuff that people you don't even know. I would say that, and then I would say start to protect these babies a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? If you're a grandma, you know that your son or a cousin done molest this baby, do something. Show that baby that you're there to support and protect them. Because if you don't, when that girl get about 15, 16, start tripping and start being very disrespectful, don't blame nobody but yourself because you knew it first.
And to the young men, I mean, it's a sickness. If you want to hurt a child, or not even hurt, they probably thinking they being playful or sexual or whatever. That's
everybody knows it's wrong.
It's sickness. It's a sickness. So I would tell the young men, man, that's not natural. It's not a natural thing to do with younger members of your family. So
right.
And of course, everybody is waiting to hear what you have to say. What do you want to leave the audience with?
I'm not gonna lie, this was heavy. I've been soaking in a lot, so I like that you held the men accountable too.
Yeah.
Like it's important for both aspects.
Yeah.
Grandmas, moms, aunties, and all that, and then the men too. There's something wrong with y'all for sure. So I just, I'm seconding what y'all said.
Yeah. Well, and I would
say support is extremely important for sure. Whether it's something that you're interested in or not. We got to pour back into our own communities.
Yeah, because it's always like if that's your homegirl, your homeboy, somebody you grew up with, don't wait till they go big and then be like, oh, this the homegirl, because I'm going to ignore you.
Right.
Simple.
Right.
Because I had a few people that's kind of like trying to tap in now, but they've been living in my story for 2 years, not liking nothing. And it's like, I've been knowing you since 15.
Yeah.
So you know the transition that I've been through, and you still just like, you just going to kick back.
Right.
But now it's like, oh, boo-boo, some. Oh, now I don't see you.
Yeah.
Simple.
I'll be warning people because, I know he mentioned I do dog stuff, so I'm working on making my puppy famous. It's going to happen, like, regardless. Okay. I'm not even joking, like, dead serious. And I'm telling people on my Instagram, hop on this wave now. Because I'm like, my marketing skills is just out there, like, it's crazy. It's going crazy. So I'm telling people, hop on the wave when it first starts. Support your people. Because don't wait till it's too late, because then I'm going to be laughing at you.
Yeah.
Leaving you in the dust.
Yeah.
I don't know how you train dogs, and I can't even train these
people.
14 and 16 year olds.
The humans.
I be wanting to say, don't move, stay, don't move. I turn around, they gone.
They
gone. Went out the window or out the front door, whatever. Like, damn. Yep. So you got to teach me how to train. What I want to lead the people with is healing. Maybe about 3-4 weeks ago, we had AJ and Josh on here. I'm constantly in contact with Latanya Ward. These individuals have healing circles. Second Call, www.secondcall.org. We have trauma-informed care. We have healing circles. So what I want to say is there are ways for individuals to heal, to have an open conversation where you're emotionally safe to talk about some of the things that happen. Maybe you don't have to go into detail, but just people who will listen, not try to fix it, not try to give you advice, but just allow you the opportunity to be emotionally safe to talk about it. So thank you for coming on. Yes. You are now Boo to me. Thank you for coming on. You are now Keilah. Diego to me. But,
and I want to leave them with my handles, so in case you guys want to go to my YouTube channel and check out some interviews that I've done in the past, it's MomaBoo for YouTube.
So look, when you go to her page, like and subscribe,
right,
so that you can get the notifications. And then, of course, when she has me on the show, she's going to tell everybody on her page to like and subscribe. Yeah. So that's how we do that, right? We supporting each other.
Absolutely.
All right. So I have some theme music that I'm going to play.
I ain't gonna lie, it's like I'm gonna spit some real shit for y'all right now. It's like, look, like when you grow up in the trenches, it's like society treats you different, man. Like, look at you different. It's like, man, you coming from where we from, man, we rolling up, come with it.
Look, they treat you different when you from the trenches. Bitch, I didn't grow up in no burb, I grew up in the village. Tryna get that shit up off the curb, I turned it to a menace. I wasn't hanging around with no girls, bitch, I was hitting fences. Childhood trauma, take it back to about the age of 9. Gunshots sounding like fireworks on 4th of July. I told my sisters and cousins